Hi, welcome back to Community Focus here on Channel 6 TV. I'm Kenny Fogel. Glad you could be here tonight because we're always here trying to inform and keep you educated and entertain every now and then. But right now we're going to keep you a little more educated on what's going on in the world of health. And we've got Rachel Briney here with the Lincoln Trail Area Health Department. And I hope I've got that right.
Lincoln Trail District Health Department.
Well, that's close enough. I got a district there. I knew it was an area district or something in there.
Close enough.
But people are all over the country right now, and I don't think it's really bothering us much. But down in Miami and different places, they're freaking out over this Zika virus. I mean, as far as I know, we haven't had any mosquitoes in Nelson County with the Zika virus.
No, we haven't had any confirmed cases.
Okay,
so,
well,
and if they have been confirmed to Kentucky, it's because they went somewhere, got it, and came home. Not because they got it here, because a lot of people get confused on that one.
Mosquito season's about over, I guess, probably because it's starting to turn off a little cool. Well, hopefully it's turning off a little cool. It's 90 degrees outside today, but that's another story. But so I guess that we're starting to diminish a little bit. Don't worry too much about mosquitoes right now. But if somebody wanted to put on off or even make DEET anymore, things of that nature.
Yeah, still use it. You still use it regardless because, even in the cooler months, you still have the mosquitoes until they go completely dormant in the winter, of course. So you still got to watch out because, sometimes in October we'll get 85, 90-degree day, it'll pop its head back up, and here they come back out. So you got to watch that.
They always tell people not to have standing water around. There's certain things to do to avoid
clean out your flower pots. Clean them out, not just dump them. Clean them out because those eggs will stay in there, and as soon as it gets wet again, they hatch. So if you get a lot of rains, if you clean them out in October and we get a lot of rain in November, they're going to rehatch. So you can clean them out, bleach, clean them out.
Well, good. So right now we're sort of lucky. We're not, the Zika virus is not something we're going to concern ourselves with. It's September. Every month you look like you have something going on. It's sort of a theme for the month. Now September, what kind of healthy theme do we have going on now?
Well, September is Childhood Obesity Month. And believe it or not, our kids are heavier now than they were a decade ago.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, about 1 in 3 kids are obese, not overweight. We're talking obese, which is about 30 percentile or more of body fat on them.
Is that because they're not eating right? Because they're sitting in front of the TV? What's the deal? Everything.
Yeah. Well, it's that, and we're like doing this a lot.
Yeah.
Heads aren't, and then we're busy. We're busy parents. So last night at golf we didn't get home to 8:30. My daughter didn't eat till 9.
Yeah. So
I threw in a pizza. How healthy is that? Not at all. But they were hungry and it was late and I was tired. So
we'll bleep this out later.
Hey, nobody's perfect. Yeah. So we're busy and it's easier to go through fast food, hand it to the kid in the back seat, and say, "Eat it while I take you somewhere." And that's just how it is. And then what the bad thing is that when these kids go to the pediatrician, they're being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, which is an adult disease, or getting diagnosed with high blood pressure, which is also an adult disease, high cholesterol, adult disease, and heart disease. I mean, these kids are 8, 9, 10 years old, and the doctor's like, "We got problems here."
Yeah.
So, and it's all due to weight. It's not due to anything else, and it's from sitting, not eating right.
Yeah, well, you don't see kids outside anymore, hardly. I mean, I know in my neighborhood, there's a few kids out here and there, but most of them, they're indoor breeds now, so I guess that's a different story.
Well, and we have the slogan, it's 5210, and it's, 5 fruits and vegetables a day. And people think when I say 5 fruits and vegetables, they're thinking that's a lot of food, and it's not actually. So if you get on myplate.gov and look it up, it tells you the serving size. Yeah. I mean, 1 banana is 2 fruits. One regular banana is 2 fruits. And people think, 1 banana is 1 fruit. No, it's not. It's not. And a pretty good sized apple could be 2.
Yeah.
So there you got your 4. So and then you eat a handful of grapes, there's your 5.
Yeah.
So it's easy. Or applesauce. So we try to tell people to stay away from the juices. Eat your, eat your vegetables.
They're full of sugar.
Yeah. Oh, well, and usually that's all they're full of. And then like your vegetables, I mean, if you really like, corn, I wouldn't go overboard with the corn. But if you really like green beans, you could have maybe 2 servings.
Yeah.
People don't realize it. And then the 2 hours is 2 hours of screen time. After your kid's been on here for 2 hours, tell them to get off. Go. You can't get back on it until you, clean your room or you walk around for 20 minutes. And then the 1 hour is 1 hour of physical activity. And people are like, I can't get my kids to do that. Well, if they have PE or recess at school, that counts.
Yeah.
And then they can come home and do 20 minutes of something. I don't care what it is. And that's it. Yeah. And then the 0 is the sugary drinks. Because that's what we're doing. We're going home.
Well, that's the thing about it. We're loading our kids. I know when we get adults, we start thinking about it a little more. When, like I said, the type 2 diabetes comes along, we start thinking about it.
Yeah.
But at some point, probably we could prevent a lot of diseases if we just go back 30 years and back up and don't feed the kids sugary drinks and things of that nature.
Yeah, well, I mean, even 10 years. I mean, 10 years we didn't have these problems, and it gradually has gotten worse. And, you know, we'll see, we have a dietitian, and she says our biggest one is the type 2 diabetes with kids. And that's usually, you know, 40 and over with overweight adults. She goes, you usually don't see it in kids. She goes, and I see it more and more
Is
all
it
the
the
time.
weight, or is it they just overloaded his sugar so much that their pancreas stops working, or what is it that happens?
Well, type 2, your pancreas doesn't stop working. It just doesn't produce enough insulin for the weight.
Yeah.
That's why when you're type 2 and you lose weight, it kind of goes away, but you
Okay.
still have to monitor it.
Right.
So that's all, it's all a weight issue. So when these kids, when she puts them on a restrictive diet and the weight comes off, the doctors are like, well, you don't need the medication anymore for type
Or at
2,
least cut back.
but keep eating your fruits and your vegetables and your exercise like
Yeah.
we've told you to the last time.
Okay, so that explains it a little better, because I was curious what was happening if your pancreas just got to the point that it just couldn't handle it anymore and just quit working.
Well, that would be a type 1 diabetic.
Oh, okay.
That's where their insulin constantly needs. Your body
Okay.
constantly needs insulin. They can't eat without taking insulin.
Oh, okay,
So.
okay. Well, that explains a lot there. So healthy eating right now. I know that's of course it's a perfect time to talk about it. Kids are going back to school. Maybe they're finally getting some, because some kids through the summertime probably didn't get two or three good nutritious meals.
Oh, I know mine didn't. Because, you know, I work and they were at home, and I'd come home and they wouldn't get up till 11, and they'd eat lunch and they wouldn't eat again until I got home. I'm thinking, Lord, my poor kids.
Well, you know that's good. You got, but at least we know what we're supposed to be doing.
Right.
We just don't
That's right.
always do it.
That's right.
So the fast foods, we'll cut that out a little bit. Cut the sugary drinks
Not
out a little
necessarily
bit.
fast food, just eat better.
Yeah.
Just eat better and move. Just eat better and move.
You know,
That's
wasn't
it.
just like a Big Mac. I mean, it's really not that. I mean, it's meat, it's vegetables. I mean, you got your complete meal
Oh,
there.
Lord, not a
A little
vegetable.
sesame seed,
No.
that's a little fiber. So, you know, you can justify a lot of things out there to what's healthy.
See, and that's the problem. You just justified it. It doesn't even count.
That's exactly right. So don't do that. But
Don't
so
do
again,
that.
we got to pay attention to that. Now, where would they find more information about healthy eating? I know you mentioned the full plate or
Well,
whatever.
the myplate.gov is on there, and then if you want more information on the 5210, you just punch in 5210, and it pulls up a nice little thing saying this is what we want. You know, the 5 fruits and vegetables, but no more than 2 hours of screen time, 1 hour of exercise, and it doesn't have to be a continuous hour. Break that hour up, and then the 0 of sugary drinks, because we're drinking the Gatorade and the Cokes and the Pepsis, and I mean 1 a day is probably okay, not 3 a day.
Yeah. So a diet, does that make much of a diet? Pepsis? I know I've heard
about water?
complaints. Yeah.
How about some water?
Yeah, well, I could agree. Water or something of that nature. Well, we're in a flux season right now, I guess. You know, we're getting between the Zika virus, which we really don't have. The mosquitoes are going away. We're talking childhood obesity, and the flu has not gotten here yet. I mean, it usually comes, we usually start seeing that in the cold weather months, right?
Well, last year we didn't see it till like March or April. It didn't raise its little ugly head until March or April. It was a late season flu. We don't have any flu shots yet. Only reason why is because we haven't got our directives from the state. Yes, people do have flu shots. I know I've seen them around town. We have flu shots. We just don't have them. We have to go by what the state says.
Yeah.
This is what you're getting. This is what you have to charge. This is how much
So
you're
do
going to
they
get.
know which kind of flu it's going to be this year?
I do not know. I'm sure they do. I just don't know yet. So they haven't. I told them, I said, don't tell me anything. Tell me all at once, because you tell me one bit and then somebody's going to be, well, how much is that? And who's that? And I'll be like, I'll just hold on a minute. So yeah, you got to wait. I got to wait. So they're thinking the end of this week, the beginning of next week, we'll know something. But
Okay.
then I can give you that information, because we don't have flu clinics anymore. A lot of times we just have like 9 to 11 walk-ins and 1 to 3 walk-ins for the flu.
Okay.
And that seemed to work out the best last year.
All right. Well, that's I think we've covered a lot of things. Like I said, I think that's bearing on a lot of people's minds. Like I said, the mosquitoes, I wanted to make sure we talked about that, because even though it's not a concern around here, it's getting worldwide attention. And I know that a lot of people are probably wondering exactly where we are on that. So we talked about the Zika virus, not here. Childhood obesity is here, and we're going to work
yes.
on that. So as parents and as children and anybody else, we got to prevent these diseases before they get too far along. Just like anything else, it's
right.
better to prevent than it is to cure.
That's right.
So,
Oh, yeah.
So, and then again, you know, the flu is around the corner, and so the next week or so, we'll learn a little bit more about what kind of flu shots that. And I know the argument always is, I've heard several people say, do you get the flu shot early or do you wait until later in the year? But it lasts, it's about a 6, 8, 10
Well,
months.
they've said last year, actually last couple of years, that the flu shot lasts about a year.
Yeah.
That's why you need it yearly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I always like to wait until like after fall break when it starts to cool down, and then
And the main reason people are getting the flu is because they're indoors more and sort of cooped in together,
Well-
or does it have something to do with cold weather?
yes and yes, all of it. It takes 2 weeks for once you get the shot for the antibodies to kick in. So I like to give it before Thanksgiving. And usually people get sick around the holidays or right after the holidays because they're in such close quarters.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of
Stay
people.
away from family.
No, that's not what I said. But you know, Thanksgiving, a lot of times people go outside, it's not as cold and they can go outside and do stuff. At
Right.
Christmas, it's usually pretty cold. So everybody's inside, everybody's breathing the same air. You're usually
Yeah.
with somebody 2 or 3 hours. You've already visited 3 or 4 families, you know, and you've been running and your body gets worn down. So if you have somebody there who has a simple cold and your immune system's been shot already, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and I always recommend people get it before you start your holiday routines. That's my recommendation.
Yeah.
So.
What other kind of immunizations? Yeah, I know you all have the immunizations.
All of them.
Everything. Now, if I want to
Everything.
go on a trip, I know it's going somewhere
Yes.
overseas,
Yes.
and you cover all that.
Yes.
Okay.
Now a lot of times on those, when they're the offbeat kind of, we'll make you pay for them first.
Uh-huh.
So we don't get them in, cost to us, and then you don't show up.
Yeah.
So.
I understand. Okay, but if somebody needs to planning a trip, they need to give you a call a little bit ahead of time and let
Yeah,
you know.
and if we can't get it, we'll tell you where you can get it.
Yeah.
So because we are the health department, we're in charge of all the vaccines. So.
Okay, well, because we want to make sure everybody stays healthy, and that's what we're doing here today. We're going to try to update you on a monthly or so basis and let you know what's going on, what month is coming up, and what's going on at the health department. And so, Rachel, do appreciate you taking
thanks for
time to
having
stop
me
in
again.
here and letting people know where we are and how we can live a better life.
Oh, thanks for having me.
All right, Rachel
Appreciate
Briney
it.
at the Lincoln Trail District
District.
Health Department. So stick around, a lot more to come on Channel 6 TV, and stick around, and there's a lot more information that we're going to be having on Community Focus throughout this year and every week right here on your Central Kentucky television station. Be right back.